All right, for the cutoff stop, this is a symmetrical part if you have a vertical axis in the front. So things like the countersunk hole, these two arms that come off, if we make one, we can mirror these features to the other side. It is malleable iron. There are casting fillets and rounds. This side view, do not overlook this side view. The back side is machined. There's our machined surface symbols. Here we go. So we'll end up a product that looks like this. This part is in inches. Start a new one. New part in inches. And personally, I would start with that side profile. Cut as much out as you can, or create as much as you can. So we have a rectangular feature. We have a cylinder and a bore, and these lines are tangent. So we have a tangent line in this back corner. This line will be tangent as well, and these two are parallel. So this line and this line here are parallel, so we have to add that constraint. And we do need some sort of dimensional marker for that hole. That hole controls the depth of this cylinder on its side. So that is 0.62 down. No, it's 0.56. 0.56 down. This distance is going to control this distance. So that overall length is 1.82, 1.75. Overall height of this material is 2.25. The width is 1.12 on that arm that sticks out, and that distance from the back edge is 175. All right, inside bore is 5.02. Yeah, 0.502. And this outside is 112, confirmed. There's a notch cut out of this back corner. Okay, that is 3/8 or 0.38 in, and it is a ½ inch from right there. So I did not have any marker. I don't have any node here to signify this. I'm going to trim. Since I have set this line for intersection, I can trim off where this intersects, which now creates a node. And now we know that this is ½ inch down. I would extrude my overall width, and I would do it symmetrically. That way I already have a plane that exists right down the middle. Yes, you can add a midplane, but 288 whole length, and we're just looking to start cutting from this. Again, we can mirror features, and that is what I do plan to do here. I have a plane that I can sketch on, and I'm going to cut the groove, the space between those two arms. So if I start with a center rectangle, I know that I have a distance of 0.38 in from both sides. That's the radius. Sorry, wrong dimension. 0.5. That's the radius. And I'll cut this straight down. So that sets the spacing in between. Now I'll cut the rectangle that goes through here, and that is 2.25 from the top. We'll cut that out. Okay. Pick one side or the other. Your countersunk hole, these bosses on the arms, either one. I would only do it on one side, that way you can mirror both features at the same time on a midplane. So the overall width is 0.62, so you already have 0.5, so that'd be what, 1.2. So this extends out 0.06. I'm going to extrude them two directions at once. So this side goes 0.06. The other direction is ½ an inch plus 0.06, so 0.56. And this is a joined all in one body. Just quick double check. From here to here is 0.62. It is. From here to here is 0.6. It is. So this is a feature that can be mirrored to the countersunk hole. My hole tool on this surface, and I need a reference. Distance left to right is 0.69. Top to bottom is 0.56. This is a countersunk hole drilled all the way through. 2 inches, over 2 inches, that's going to go all the way through. The countersink diameter is 0.75. It's a very large countersink. At 82 degrees, and the drill diameter is 0.4. Drill point angle is not going to matter. It's getting cut all the way through. There we go. Now I can mirror these, both features at the same time. I already have a plane that exists. So I'm going to mirror features, this hole and this extrusion. I'm going to mirror it based off of the midplane. If you don't have that, you can add a midplane. And why did the hole follow through? Let's try it separate. This I'm going to mirror this plane. Alright, we'll just put the hole back in. I should mirror. I don't know why. So 0.56 from the top, 0.69 in from the edge. You have casting fillets. And they are a radius of 0.12. And you have quite a few of them. Oh, wait. You have this large radius of 0.38. Now your casting fillets, they'll go smoother. They'll run this whole edge. Up underneath, we'll have one. And inside on both those extended cylinders. Both those cylinders inside. I think I got them all. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay. Material is malleable cast iron. My gosh. metals, iron, malleable, and machine surfaces. Holes are always machined. The bosses and holes are machined. And then you have all the machine surface symbols for the back side. Okay. There is the cutoff stop.